from school so they can see their dada. All while wearing shackles around their wrists, being tied up in ropes. Oh, and of course, wearing a pacifier, because why wouldn't she be wearing a pacifier? You know, I understand that these are not actual kids, but why do you have to role play as a little girl in order for you to get your socks off, bro? Like, pacifiers and bondage is not an okay combination whatsoever, bro. Like, please seek help. Speaking of seeking help, if this person is being serious, then they need to be put in a padded room immediately. I'm not gonna play the song because it is definitely copyrighted, but the caption reads, "I love getting Robux to myself on camera."
What the fuck? No!
I don't even know what to say to this, bro. A lot of people in the comments are having the same reaction that I am, that of course being... But there are also people in these comments finding it relatable? Like, what do you mean you low-key want to do this? What? This person asked them, on a serious note though, how much you make? I mean, this guy's trying to invest. He's a businessman trying to calculate the numbers here. I understand. To which the poster responded, around $1,000 worth of Robux. That is around 88,000 Robux. Oh, but don't worry, you guys. It's not all from cutting themselves on camera. God only knows what else they did to get the rest of the money. And of course, in classic age player fashion, we have a guy in the comments asking who needs a daddy. To which the original poster responded with, "Are you gonna buy me Robux?" Okay, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Typically, when I post a video digging into a fandom on Roblox, I make sure to end it off by saying, "Hey guys, I know we talked about a lot of weirdos today, but not everyone in that fandom is like this, so please be nice." No. Respectfully, to any age player watching this video, I don't like you. Not one bit. That's it. That's my takeaway. Goodbye.
You start panting?
I'm a good puppy boy.
Good. Oh, I can hear the tail wagging.
It's like, shut the fuck up, I will fucking laser you.
For anyone that's never heard of it before, Gakkaron is a high school roleplay game on Roblox set in early 2000s Japan. In this game, you can live out the glamorous lifestyle of a Japanese student by going to school, making friends, playing music in a band, and even getting into bloody fistfights. All of these features, along with the game's surprisingly good visuals, come together to create a really unique experience. And if I can be so bold, objectively speaking, I actually think Gakkaron is a good game. I know, it's rare for me to be positive about a game I'm talking about, but this game, like I said, objectively speaking, is actually really cool. But if I think the game is good, then why am I talking about it? Well, as I'm sure you could probably tell by the title of this video, the community this game has managed to attract in only a few short weeks of it being popular is, for a lack of better words, ass. Like, this shit sucks, bro. From people getting freaky in the school bathrooms to developers getting exposed for saying and doing some insanely inappropriate things, this community has been speedrunning every controversy you could imagine. And so today, we're gonna be going through all of it. But before we do that, I wanna give a little disclaimer that throughout this video, we're gonna be discussing some sensitive topics that may or may not be uncomfortable for some viewers. So, you know, viewer discretion is advised. But with that out of the way, I think a good starting point for this video is to talk about what made this game blow up in the first place, which was unfortunately the Gakkaron moggers. Now, if you don't know what mogging is, what are you, living under a rock or something? Mogging is a term that can be applied to many things, but in the context these people are using it to mog somebody. But with that out of the way, simply look more attractive than them. Now, growing up, we were all taught that looks are subjective and that everyone is attractive to somebody. But if you believe this little fairy tale and live in La La Land, I hate to break it to you, but you're wrong. Everybody knows that if you ever want to have the chance of receiving even a little smidgen of love, you gotta be tall, muscular, have hunter eyes and a wolf cut, and, you know, basically just look exactly like me. Boy, if you don't... Obviously, I'm joking. I do believe that beauty is subjective, but the fact of the matter is, not everybody was born to be the 7-foot-tall Chinese dude doing the hip thrust dances on TikTok. And because of this fact, some people have resorted to living out their fantasies on Roblox. And dear God, it is just every bit as bad as it sounds, bro.
POV, you're the popular girls in Gakkaron.
Being 7 feet tall with white hair in this game is genuinely brutal.
Holy mug!
His name is Ayanakoji, bro. Holy shit. One feature about Gakuran that I haven't mentioned yet is that when you first load in, almost every single aspect about your character is completely randomized. If you don't like the way you look, then tough shit, bro. The only way to change your appearance is to spend Robux and gamble. Something as basic as changing your ethnicity is locked behind paid RNG. Now, every spin is only a couple of Robux, which doesn't sound that bad until you realize that every race besides Japanese only has a 1% chance of rolling. And it doesn't stop at your ethnicity either. That stupid ass Mogger face all these people are wearing is also a 1% chance. Knowing all of these statistics just makes the TikToks people are posting about winning the genetic lottery even funnier, because all I can think about when I see them is the embarrassing amount of money they probably had to spend just so they could mog on a Roblox game. But let me stop. You know what, guys? That's enough slander on the Moggers. As cringe as they are, there are bigger fish to fry here, because apparently Gakuran has developed a really bad ERP problem. Of course, this is Roblox we're talking about. With all the videos I've made over the past year or two, I am painfully aware that this stuff happens all over the platform every single day. But this is a high school game, bro. You're supposed to be hitting the books, not hitting it from the back. Over the past couple of weeks, clips of people getting down and dirty all over the school have been making their rounds on TikTok. And it's just like, what are we doing, bro? But as if that wasn't weird enough, it gets even worse when you realize that not all of these RP interactions are between two consenting people.
What the fuck? No!
Some of these videos show girls getting jumped by groups of guys before getting dragged into secluded areas like the bathrooms and then being in-game by every single one of them. Now, like I said, this is Roblox, you know? So when stuff like this happens, it isn't, you know, graphic. At the end of the day, it's just someone spamming W and S on another player. But whether it's graphic or not really isn't the point. The fact that this is happening to so many people across multiple different servers is just extremely weird. Especially when you take into account just how much the people that are doing this stuff seem to be enjoying it. Like, take this clip for example, where the guy doing, you know, the weird stuff to the girl is laughing his ass off while telling his friend, hopefully majority of you watching this will agree with me when I say that this behavior is extremely problematic. But what's crazy is that in thinking this way, you know, taking issue with this stuff puts us in the minority, bro. Because a lot of people will go into the comment sections under these videos that are like, you know, talking about how weird it is and say shit like,
Bro, it's not that serious.
or,
It's just a game. If you don't like it, then you can leave.
and to an extent, I can see where they're coming from. Like, if you're constantly dealing with this stuff and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better, then yeah, leaving the game is probably your best option. But at the same time, when somebody opens up a high school roleplay game on Roblox, the last thing they should have to worry about is getting jumped by a group of people before being in-game by all of them. Like, I just feel like that's not a crazy thing to say, but people can't seem to grasp that concept. And unfortunately, this kind of weird tone-deaf behavior isn't just coming from the player base, because as it turns out, some of the people behind Gakuran are seemingly just as weird, if not weirder, than the degenerates that are playing it. A couple of days ago, a TikToker by the name of West made a video sharing some screenshots of messages sent by a member of Gakuran's development team named Crit, or Krite. I don't know, I'm gonna call him Crit. In these screenshots were messages of Crit making jokes about ERPing with in-game NPCs and admitting to black marketing height. But in comparison to this next screenshot, all of those other ones are pretty irrelevant, like they don't really matter, because in this message here, we can see Crit using racial slurs when talking about people that play Gakuran, which, you know, isn't exactly a good look for a developer of the game. As soon as these DMs hit TikTok, the community was outraged. There were a few oddballs that seemed to support Crit and call him a W dev for ripping the hard R, which is just like, what the fuck? But for the most part, everybody was pissed. So in an effort to get some of the heat off, a member of Gakuran's staff team named Peak reached out to the TikToker that originally made the post and tried to clear the air. Now, I'm not really sure what Peak's game plan was here, because from the looks of things, all they did was dig Crit into a deeper hole by basically admitting that all of the screenshots were in fact real, and that Crit ripping the hard R was just him trolling. As you could imagine, Peak's master plan completely backfired, and the drama would continue to evolve until the game's community manager would come out and make an official statement to put everything to rest. The message is pretty long, so I'm just going to read the important parts for you. But the manager said, after reviewing the situation, the owner team has made the decision to remove Crit from his developer position effective immediately. The use of racial slurs, inappropriate sexual remarks relating to ERP, black marketing, and questionable moderation actions is not aligned with our standards or the values we expect from anyone representing our team. We appreciate everyone who raised their concerns respectfully and thank the community for holding us accountable. Now, while I do think this is a solid apology given the situation at hand, I do have a couple of issues with it. For starters, it's completely AI generated, which, you know, it just kind of feels like a slap in your community's face. But my main issue with it, and an issue a lot of other people seem to have, is that it just feels a little disingenuous. Obviously, any dev put in this position's top priority is going to be damage control. I get it. But to sit here and act like Crit and Peak were butt buddies that only said weird shit behind closed door to one another just seems a little bogus to me. But again, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and make any further accusations toward this dev team, so I think I'll just leave this situation at that. Literally, as I was editing this video, West dropped another TikTok on the situation that alleged Crit was a pedophile as well. In his TikTok, West shows some screenshots as well as some audio messages that show Crit, who was 18 at the time, allegedly talking to a 15-year-old girl. The reason I'm saying allegedly is because we don't have someone like Peak that's come out yet and said, oh, hey, I'm friends with Crit. Yeah, he did this. I've known about it for so long. Not to say that I'm like doubting West or the person that like came up and talked to him. But, you know, until we have concrete solidified proof, I'm going to just say allegedly for legal reasons. Now, normally at this point in the video, you know, after I discuss everything going on in the community, I'd say something like, well, let's see what this community is like for ourselves and play the game. And I'd proceed to go on some wacky adventure, which I tried to do, but within the first 2 minutes of being in this game, I heard some girl say this. So, yeah, I think I'm good off playing this game, bro. Roblox police officers have one of the worst reputations out of any roleplay group on the entire platform, and honestly, it's for good reasons. Because whether it be posting weird and sometimes extremely inappropriate thirst traps onto TikTok, or abusing power and committing police brutality on innocent civilians, these guys do it all. But rather than just sitting here and reacting to some clips of them being cringe, I want to go out and experience it firsthand. I want to step into the world of Roblox police roleplayers and find out for myself why they are the way they are. But in order to do that, I first needed to find someone that could show me what being a Roblox cop was all about. Luckily for me though, I didn't have to look very hard. Allow me to introduce you to a humble mall cop that we're just gonna call Paul Blart. I found him inside of a Target trying to tase innocent Pizza Hut workers, so obviously he seems just like the man I needed to talk to.
What's up?
Would you mind if I like just follow you?
Law enforcement, their gates are broken so they can't get out with the stations.
Oh, so you're basically like the law of the land, like.
Well, I'm the only one that has the arrest. I'm the only one for handcuffs right now, so technically.
For anyone that didn't pick up on what he just said, due to a bug in the server, the cops are stuck at the police station right now, meaning that the only thing preventing this city from descending into absolute anarchy was him. Paul Blart was the glue holding this city together, and to say that he had his plate full would be an understatement.
Okay, sir, are you on something? Are you okay? Do you need help? Sir, you need to leave and don't come back.
The security guard, there's a dude beating
Do you
me up
work
in this-
at Target? Do you work at Target?
Yeah, there's a guy in there beating me up.
Do you want that guy to trespass from your property, from the property?
What guy?
This guy right here in the car acting weird.
He's showing kind of crazy. I think you should go.
You need to leave. You're trespassing
Yo!
from the property. Don't come back.
Security guard, help me!
So he said he was gonna kill me inside of there.
Well, I didn't see him say that. All I saw was you hitting the person. So we're gonna go into the security office and we're gonna call your parents and get them down here. Okay, we're gonna call your
Get
parents.
him out of here, bro.
We're gonna call your parents. It's okay. It's probably your first
How you
time.
gonna call my parents? How you gonna call my parents? I'm 30 years old, bro.
Alright, well, then you're trespassing the premises
Call
at
your
this
manager.
point. You need to
Call your
leave.
manager.
I sat trapped in that room for several minutes, just trying to ignore the tweakers sitting at the door saying God knows what. Eventually, though, Paul Blart came back and freed me from my prison.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to see
Hey,
what happened.
he tried to run me over, so I shot at him.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Did you kill him?
No, but he definitely scurried away. He did not like it.
Yeah, it sounded like you unloaded a whole clip in him.
Actually, a clip and a half, but yeah.
Cool. No, he's back! He's back!
Back off! Leave! Leave and don't come back! Leave and don't come back!
Oh! No! Get up, dude! Kill him! Kill him!
Stay down! Don't move! Stay down!
No! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god!
Paul Blart received the Patrick Star Special, and just like that, this city no longer had a protector. It was only a matter of time until crime got out of hand. Someone had to step up to the plate. And not to glaze myself or anything, but after watching Paul Blart and following him around as he took care of business, I honestly felt like I was the only one qualified for the job, so I suited up, spawned my car in, and was ready to take to the streets and stop some crime, but there was just one little roadblock standing in my way.
Bro, how do I start my car, man? How do I drive my car?
I don't know how to drive. I sat in the car spamming every key on my keyboard, but I just could not for the life of me get this thing to move. I was about to just hop out and go patrol on foot when out of the corner of my eye, I saw a car spawn in. Apparently, I had coworkers. I got out of my cruiser and asked one of them if he knew how to drive in hopes of him giving me some pointers, but instead of giving me advice, he just asked if I'd rather hitch a ride with him. This opportunity could be the start of a beautiful partnership, so of course I said yes. We kept our eyes peeled to see if any suspicious characters were out and about causing trouble, but the coast was clear, and since there was no crime to be stopped, we drove back to Target and got ready to take over the job that Paul Blart left behind for us. I hopped out of the car and I'm stuck. It didn't matter what I pressed, I just couldn't get out of this seat. My associate, who we're just gonna call Brian, stayed by my side and tried his best to help me out, but it was no use. I tried calling a moderator to come and save me, but when no one showed up, I felt like I had no other choice but to take to Twitter and beg for someone to come and put me out of my misery. Obviously, I knew that if not even a mod would come and save me, the chances of someone seeing my tweet and actually coming to set me free were pretty low, but I had no other choice. I had hope. They shot the wrong fucking guy, dude. Seeing Brian die was a little disheartening, but it was honestly a godsend because from the great beyond, he was able to respawn his car and set me free. With the ability to walk once again, I grabbed my taser and stormed into Target to avenge my partner by bringing his killer to justice. I whiffed.
Don't never forget about me. I'm always gonna be here in your mind.
Dying was probably for the best though, because me and Brian were reunited once again and quickly got back to protecting the fine citizens of our city. It wasn't long before a couple of wannabe gangsters tried causing trouble at Target, and by trouble I mean mugging us in the bathroom, but we made quick work of them and got them sent off to jail. It took a while for the cops to show up and, actually take them away because of the glitch going on at the police station, but in the end, justice was served. Things were looking up for me and Brian, and honestly, I was starting to enjoy this whole mall cop thing. Sure, it wasn't the most prestigious job in the world, but when I was inside that Target, I was basically a god. So as you can imagine, when a bacon tried coming into my store and stirring things up, I didn't take too kindly to it. He came in saying some pretty crazy things about me and Brian, which, was fine, we can take it. But then he turned his attention to a female Target employee and started getting physical with her. Doing something like that in my Target? This bacon had clearly lost his fucking mind. I tased him to the ground and handcuffed him before bringing him into our security room. Brian suggested that we call the cops and play this out by the books, but standing around and waiting 20 minutes for some cops to show up when I could just handle this guy right here, right now, just didn't sound very appealing. And so, in the name of street justice, I started beating the shit out of the bacon. Brian intervened and tased me and tried to make me stop, but the second I got back up, I cuffed the bacon again and started slamming him against a tree. Justice was being served, and my plans were going off without a hitch, or at least they were until a suspicious black car rolled into the scene. I didn't pay the car much mind at first until someone stepped out and I realized it was the cops. Brian must have called them while I was busy dealing with the bacon, but it's fine. I just started lying out of my ass. I mean, what other choice did I have? I was worried that Brian was gonna team up with the bacon and bring me down, but to my surprise, that little shit was lying too. Here I thought that Brian was gonna be the straight man throughout all of this, but with both of us lying to the cops, there was no way we could lose. This was an open and shut case. Our plans could never fail, and I was so confident in my scheme that the second the cops left the target to go and search the parking lot for evidence, I turned on my mic and started gloating right in the bacon's face.
They'll never believe you, bro. They'll never fucking believe you. They'll never fucking believe you.
What's going on?
Oh, fuck.
I heard that. I heard that whole conversation.
No, officer. That's baloney.
You just told them that they won't believe him. You just said that they won't believe him.
Yeah, because they wouldn't believe him because he's blatantly lying.
Are you lying, sir?
No, you can ask my associate here. He doesn't have VC, but you can ask him. I wouldn't lie.
I gotta go. Are you an officer of the law or are you just a civilian?
I think he was.
Oh, I'm a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Okay, if you see anything, please call 911 between these three.
Bro, there is no way the cop that just caught me bold-faced lying to everybody just got a call that was more important and left. That was it. I had won. The cops from earlier came back, told us they found nothing, hit the bacon with a $1,000 citation, and went on their merry way. Me and Brian were getting ready to escort this bacon off the property when I got a notification on my phone. Not only did that little bastard start saying shit on Twitter, but he called even more cops. And unlike the cops from earlier, these new cops were very clearly on the bacon side. I don't know what he told them, but they were coming in hot. Luckily for me and Brian though, I was able to work them over with my silver tongue and quickly change their tune. We sat around and discussed future plans to arrest the bacon if he ever decided to show his face at Target again. But literally as we were talking about that, he came back on his own. And unfortunately for me, he brought a new friend with him.
Oh my god! Oh!
Yeah, needless to say, I had gotten what was coming to me. Seeing my own lifeless body lying there on the floor made me realize that I had completely lost the plot. This video started off with me making fun of people that like to abuse their powers, but in the end, I'm no better than they are. I was no longer worthy of the title of mall cop, and so I turned to Brian and just asked him to kill me. Dying at his hands was by no means how I thought my story would end, but on the bright side, I was off to a better place. I was going to heaven, and I'm sure Paul Blart will be at the pearly gates waiting for me. Yeah, I guess I should have seen this coming.
Like, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about this thing.
Yeah, let's go.
This thing right here. Wait, I'm worried about this.
I'm getting get on. I'm
This
getting
is
get
what
on.
I'm worried about.
All right, day 5.
Little timeline, but I'm gonna try my best. And before we get started, I just want to say that, take everything I say with a grain of salt. There's a lot of information going around from a lot of different people. While I'm gonna try my best, there may be some things in this video that aren't 100% true or may be proven wrong in the near future because this story is evolving with every single day. So yeah, let's go where it all started. A while back, Parlo got arrested for allegedly getting catfished by a 12-year-old. Now, when I first heard that sentence, I immediately thought there was some EDP stuff going on because I was just a little confused. I had never heard a sentence even like that ever. But what had happened was a 12-year-old allegedly posed as someone of age, got into contact with Parlo, and, things started getting a little serious, a little steamy between them. One thing led to another, the cops got called, and Parlo went to jail. Now, my personal opinions on Parlo aside, if his account of this story is true and everything I just said is exactly what happened, it's very unfortunate, and it almost makes me feel bad for Parlo. Almost. Following this whole fiasco, there was a lot of fallout, which apparently put Parlo into a financial rut. So much so that he needed to start a GoFundMe for rent, food, and monthly bills. The necessities, literally things that you need to live in the modern day. So if someone is on the internet asking their fans for help with stuff like this, you would think they don't have a single dollar to their name, right? Or at least it's like very little money, they're struggling. Well, a little while after this, a Twitter user by the name of Alex Tanuki called Parlo out for using all of the GoFundMe money to, and I quote, fund random trips with hookups. It was also revealed that around this time, Parlo had bought a new phone and a new laptop.
tell him to bring me my money.
Parlo saw all of these accusations and quickly tried to debunk them by saying that while he was spending a ton of money on flying out another YouTuber to come all the way from New York to London to hook up with him, that money was out of his own pockets and he hadn't even received any of the GoFundMe money yet. He backed up his claim by providing bank statements as well as payments from GoFundMe, which showed that yes, the plane tickets were bought before any money from the GoFundMe reached Parlo's pockets, which ultimately proved Alex Tanuki's claims to be false. But in the effort to clear his name, Parlo just ended up digging himself into deeper shit. Because if you are asking your fans, calling upon your supporters and telling them, guys, I need help, I can't afford rent, I can't afford food, I can't pay my bills, then surely you shouldn't have the money to be able to fly someone across the ocean just to come hang out with you and get freaky with you, bro. Like, that's not how it works, man. Now, some of you are probably wondering, who was Parlo getting freaky with? Who is this YouTuber? Well, his name is Internet Adjacent. Internet Adjacent is a YouTuber who talks about drama, lolcows, and just trending topics. I actually used to watch some of his stuff, so seeing him be like the center of all of this is just so insane to me. Unlike Parlo, Internet Adjacent doesn't make a lot of Roblox content. But what's funny is the few Roblox related videos he has on his channel are videos of him defending Parlo in some of his many controversies, which really just puts into perspective how long things between them may or may not have been going on. You know, I'm not trying to make any claims here. I'm just wearing my little conspiracy theorist hat, that's all. During the time that Internet Adjacent was staying in London with Parlo, the two of them had a falling out, which led to them both dropping insane documents, basically trying to paint one another as the bad guys. Parlo's document in particular goes into disgustingly graphic detail, basically giving all of his viewers the exact play-by-play of how things between him and Internet Adjacent went down.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
But why? Why was Parlo and Internet Adjacent airing all of this stuff out? Well, the purpose of Parlo's document was to expose alleged sexual misconduct between him and Internet Adjacent, which is a very serious claim to make. Someone like Parlo with a large platform can't just go around making false claims of SA. Like, that would be insane to do. However, a lot of people took issue with this document because while the claims Parlo made were very serious, like I just said, many people, myself included, felt like the graphic detail he used was just unnecessary, like very unnecessary. Especially when you take into account that his audience is primarily made up of children. And if you don't believe me, here's a YouTube short a Parlo fan made that just shows how clueless his audience really is to this whole situation. While Parlo's document is absolutely huge, there is a specific part from it that has been getting a lot of attention as it really highlights how unnecessary the details Parlo gave really were. And it's about everyone's favorite Disney princess, Cinderella. What did they do to you, Cinderella? What happened? According to Parlo, Cinderella is the name of a glittery purple dildo him and Internet Adjacent used during their little hangout session. Why is it named Cinderella? I don't know. I don't know. He does not elaborate why it's named Cinderella. That's just the name. Parlo makes the bold claim that the use of Cinderella was something that he was against, which again is a very serious claim to make. My problem with this though is that I just struggle to see how Parlo can make a big deal out of this and talk about how he didn't want to use it and only did it because he was pressured to, yet up until very recently, his Twitter banner was a screenshot of the movie poster for, you guessed it, Cinderella, which in my opinion completely undermines and invalidates his claim in the document. If this whole Cinderella thing was really as negative of an experience as Parlo was making it out to be, then surely he wouldn't have been making silly jokes about it on his public Twitter account. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. Not long after the documents were up, they were both deleted, which in my opinion was a very weird move for them to make because they both willingly put out a shit ton of their very personal information for everyone to see just to backtrack a couple days later. Like, I don't know, like, why did you even do it in the first place, bro? Everyone would have been completely fine without knowing any of this. Anyways, while Parlo has been in full-on defense mode on his Twitter, responding and trying to debunk all of the claims all at once, Internet Adjacent seemingly threw in the towel and decided it would be best if he just stepped away from the whole situation. Which in my opinion was the smart thing to do here. Well, actually the smart thing to do would be to just handle this personal business behind closed doors like normal people, but I guess this is the next best thing. The two different responses to the backlash is almost like yin and yang. You have Parlo going down, kicking and screaming and just burning everything to the ground and making things worse by just lashing out on Twitter. And then you have Internet Adjacent who is completely silent and covering his tracks. But unfortunately for Internet Adjacent, no matter how hard he may be trying to hide from the internet right now, people on his YouTube channel are making it pretty hard because these comments on his recent community post talking about the situation are absolutely brutal.
Having intercourse with Parlo out of like 7 billion people on Earth is just horrendous to think about.
Was the Cinderella good? Not even mad that you gay, because I like men too. I'm just disappointed because you picked Parlo out of all people.
Parlo cannot be that good.
That's enough. But while Internet Adjacent probably isn't having the best time seeing his notification box getting flooded with Parlussy comments, at least he still has his channel, unlike Parlo. Sorry. The deletion of the Parlo YouTube channel is actually a pretty big deal because it didn't go down the way I personally thought it did. When I saw the channel was deleted, I had just figured he took it down himself in response to all the negative attention, but apparently it goes much deeper than that. A lot of big YouTubers give channel access to other people like editors and stuff just to make their lives a little easier and help content get pushed out more frequently. Well, apparently Parlo did the same thing to a couple of people, one of them being named Mugen, or Mugen, or Muggin. I'm gonna say Mugen, okay? According to Parlo, Mugen went behind his back and posted a bunch of inappropriate videos onto Parlo's channel. And since Parlo's channel already had 2 strikes from previous controversies, YouTube struck his channel for the last time and it was promptly terminated. While this all sounds very malicious, the person behind the termination, Mugen, claims that he did it for Parlo's own good. According to Guamgo, I don't know how to pronounce his name. According to Guamgo's most recent upload as of recording this video, the videos Mugen uploaded were unlisted, meaning only people who had the link to these videos could see them. He uploaded these because to him, you know, Parlo would never learn, and so instead of waiting for Parlo's channel to get deleted by natural causes, Mugen took matters into his own hands and put it down like Ol Yeller. I can see where both Parlo and Mugen are coming from here, as clearly it was about time Parlo got off the internet, but at the same time, forcing the deletion of a YouTube channel that isn't even yours is pretty fucked up. I'm sure by the time this video goes out, there's going to be even more developments in this drama, as it seems to be evolving every single day. But let me know what you guys think about all this shit in the comments, because I'm interested to know what y'all have to say. Anyways, I don't really have any funny quips to end this off on. You know, the whole situation's pretty fucked up. I really don't have anything to say now. So, yeah. Explosion effect.
Get down.